everybody. Good evening, candidates running for Post Falls City Council seats 1, 3, and 5. We're going to start with introductions and why you're running for this office. So each candidate will have 1 minute for an introduction and to explain that. And we're going to be in randomized order. So let's start with Joe Bodman for seat 5.
Hi, I'm Joe Bodman. I'm a retired police officer, 32 years, 12 years with Kootenai County and 20 years with Spokane County. I've been in Post Falls for 35 years. All my kids and grandkids live in Post Falls. My main reason for running for city council is Post Falls PD is currently down 14 police officers. The growth has been taken over the city, but we're not responding to the emergency services like we should be. Post Falls is losing 2 officers for every 1 they hire going to different agency. And I think safety is the #1 thing we need to key on in the city of Post Falls. I've been here 35 years and I have always considered Post Falls a safe community and a great place to live. I think that the seniors are getting taxed out of their homes, and we need to try and figure out a way to take care of that problem.
All right, thank you very much. We're going to move to Joe Malloy for seat 3 next. Go ahead.
I'm Joe Malloy, seat 3, currently wrapping up my 3rd term on the Post Falls City Council. I'd also like to apologize for everybody that's getting blinded by my chrome dome here. It's still in the office. It's all fluorescent lights all the time. Anyway, I'm one of the few, the proud, the North Idaho natives. I've lived in North Idaho, primarily Kootenai County, my entire life. Kootenai County since I was 7 years old. My family's got ties in Post Falls going all the way back to 1953. They founded Idaho Veneer Company, which unfortunately had to cease operations a couple of years ago. But I've been around the political circuit a bit. I spent about 10 years on the Kootenai County Republican Central Committee. 2 of those were as the youth committeeman, and 2 were as the District 5, which is now District 3 chairman. Was asked to run for city council roughly 12 years ago, and decided to throw my hat in the ring when my would-be opponent made the motion to raise taxes 2%. Since then, we haven't raised taxes in the 12 years I've been on here, with the exception of dropping a fee and adding in a tax. So that was a wash. And I think my time's about up. So thank you for having me.
Thank you very much, Joe. Next, we have James Stephenson. Go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. My name is James Stephenson. I'm running for Post Falls City Council seat 1. My family and I moved here 13 years ago when we decided to start a family. My wife's originally from Coeur d'Alene. Both of our kids are in middle school now. I'm a project manager at a bank and currently chairman of the Planning and Zoning Commission. The reason I'm running is for the vision for the community's future. And I want to prioritize job creation, public safety, and responsible growth here. Public safety is paramount to a thriving community, and I want to work with our law enforcement agencies to ensure our neighborhoods are a safe place for our families to live, work, and play. And we need to build trust and forge partnerships. We've had remarkable growth over the past couple years, and while progress is essential, if it's unchecked, it's going to lead to overcrowding. So we need to take a look at that and implement some sort of smart and sustainable growth policies. With that being said, growth does go with economic opportunity. We must foster the environment for businesses to thrive and create new jobs. So in the coming months and weeks, months, and years, I look forward to hearing everybody's concerns, and I want to thank you for your time tonight.
All right, thank you very much. Next, we have Samantha Stigliter. Go ahead, thank you.
Hi, my name is Samantha Stiglater. I'm running for Post Falls City Council seat 1. I was really inspired to run for City Council after attending many planning and zoning committee meetings and then also many City Council meetings and hearing what the residents were saying that they were wanting in our city and just really being called to be an advocate for that. My profession is a nurse. I work as an ER nurse and I have for about 15 years. So listening, assessing, and standing up and being an advocate for individuals is really something that I have a lot of experience in and I'm really passionate about. I'm looking to enter into City Council to really provide a community-first environment, maintain our community identity, make sure that our growth is really beneficial to our community that's here now, and then also make sure that there's a lot of community oversight and voice within anything that our City Council and city staff does, from budget to master plans. I just think that we need to have a really strong community voice. We have a great town and a great city, and we have a lot of really intelligent, really lovely people that really need to be represented. So that's why I'm running this year. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Next, we have Sherilyn Town for seat 5. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Sherilyn Town. I'm running for City Council seat 5. The reason that I decided to run in this election was the people around me in this community talking and feel like they're unable to do anything to change or slow down what's happening in our community. Post Falls has always been a very quiet home ground for everybody, and it's kind of just seems like there's buildings going up everywhere. However, there's not very much housing that's affordable for our locals that live here. With that being said, I believe that housing is a serious crisis in our city. There's people struggling that can't provide for their house with 2 incomes, and it's just a sad tragedy that obviously has occurred from the growth in our community. So that would be something that I focused on. I have been a long-term resident. I've lived here 32 years, 16 of those years in Post Falls. So I have been through all the growth with our city, and I'm just here to represent our people.
All right, thank you very much. And then last but not least, we have Randy Westland for seat 5. Go ahead, please.
Hi, I'm Randy Westland, running for Post Falls City Council seat 5. I'm a Catholic husband and a father, foremost. I've got 3 kids so far, ages 6, 4, and 2, and our 4th is on the way. We just found out it's a boy. We're very excited about that. Professionally, I'm a software engineer and an entrepreneur. I run 2 small software businesses locally here in North Idaho. I was raised in North Carolina, and we actually moved here 5 years ago because my wife wanted to be near her family. Her family goes back here several generations. Her great-grandparents actually built the old stone house on McGuire Road, and her great-aunt went to Post Falls High School in the 60s, and now they're all retired to Bayview. I'm running because I love Post Falls. This is a place that I chose to live out of really anywhere I could have gone in the country. And I fell in love with the community, the people here, the natural beauty of North Idaho. And I want my kids and my grandkids to grow up here and to be baptized at the church that I attend. And I think that requires good Christian stewardship to think about how we're growing financially and everything else. And then that we need to have this positive vision for where exactly we want to go, because it's not enough to know what we don't want. We have to have a clear idea of where we're going.